Warning, the following video contains major spoilers.
Hello, and welcome to this episode from The Third Degree, where we talk about all sorts of things, movies, TVs, whatever you like. We just go into a lot of detail about anything, don't we, really? As you will have experienced if you've
watched
seen
our
latest Avengers videos on Endgame, and also the one upcoming,
Yes.
trying to explain the time travel of Avengers Endgame. That is why I'm introducing this one, because Dan here is far too exhausted to do much of the talking. But this time we are talking about episode 3 of season 8, Game of Thrones.
The Long Night.
My God.
I know. And just for clarification, I'll probably bleep anything that.
It's Game of Thrones. I
And-
think we can swear as much as we
Oh,
want.
Yeah, you can swear as much as you want, but there are a couple of comparisons that I actually thought of in comparison to Avengers due to the intensity of both of these things. So any spoilers potentially for Avengers, I will bleep over.
Alright, if you feel the need to...
Just because I feel like
cross-platforms
even
there.
if we say spoilers, people might, yeah.
I know people it is.
And I just want to say, I watched Avengers on Sunday, and then I watched this episode of Game of Thrones on Monday, less than 24 hours apart.
You've had a pretty hyped weekend.
My God, that was the most intense viewing experience of my life. Whew. Overall thoughts before we dive into this.
Overall thoughts.
Overall score, let's give it a 10 out of 10. You can use decimals if you like.
You know what? I'm going to go with a 7.
Okay. On par of, in relation to other episodes of Game of Thrones, not as TV as a whole.
Yeah. Yeah. Because, personally, I get that it was just... This battle had to happen, and it was just an hour and 20 minutes of bloodbath. But I feel like the story of it could have been slightly more adventurous. I get that it was A, beautiful, B, well executed, C, wow, and D, left so much open for what's going to happen next. I have no clue what is coming next.
Yeah. No, again, like I said previously from the Avengers review, I've never been happier to have been so wrong.
Yeah.
Because if you've seen our Game of Thrones predictions,
I didn't think the Night King would die 3 episodes in.
but the thing
That's
is,
probably the biggest spoiler.
I'm sure one of us said that could potentially happen. And
Yeah.
that they might throw that in. And
they
I'm
might just
really
kill him
glad
off.
that they did, to be fair. Because it leaves one of our gripes with the ending of this and then relating to the prequel is that they might start to unveil the story of the White Walkers and then cut it off specifically to enhance the
kill him.
prequel.
Yeah.
But the fact that they just didn't do any of it was like, nope.
They just killed him.
Yeah, you
I thought
don't
it was
need to know
great.
this for this. We've got a whole series to back that up.
I spent the whole episode thinking, okay, get away from the battle. I want to see what Arya's doing. Why is she sneaking about? What's going on there? And she just wanted to get up high. So she could jump, so she could get to Bran without being seen.
Oh, she... No.
That's what she was doing. She wanted to go and kill the Night King.
No,
That was
she
her
doesn't.
plan.
No, she doesn't. Because she doesn't know that she's going to do that until Melisandre tells her to.
Yeah.
She's just trying
Which
to
is in
get...
that library.
Yeah, she's just trying to get safe.
I don't think she's just trying to get safe.
Well, no, she's just trying to get away from where she is so where she can help. She's not specifically trying to go and kill the Night King.
No.
Because this is before she gets to the library. It's before she sees the Hound and Beric. When she's sneaking around, isn't it?
Really confused me, that whole sort of Harry Potter PlayStation game scene where she's hiding behind bookcases. I did wonder if she was trying to get the face of a dead person.
Yeah, I did
so she
think
could
that
just
as well.
pretend to be
Yeah.
dead.
I kind of thought that, yeah. I'm
But-
glad they didn't.
No, I'm glad that especially when she did that one really quietly and just straight up under that dead person's chin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Hidden Blade.
Yeah. Yeah, she basically is an assassin. I'd
Yeah.
play that game.
Yeah, no, I'm really glad actually. I wasn't expecting Beric to die in this episode. I'm glad he did, though.
Yes, and me.
Because it finally wraps up why he actually cares about the Hound, because he needs the Hound to save Arya, and he already knows that Arya's the one to kill the Night King. Excellent.
Yeah.
Going
Maybe
back to...
Arya is the son that was promised.
Probably. I mean, now, that's... Yeah.
That's plausible now.
Yeah.
That I wouldn't have thought of it at all.
Yeah.
Until
No,
after
I'll give him that.
this episode.
I'll really give him that. And I loved... I genuinely loved the moment where Melisandre gives her the speech again. She has brown eyes, green eyes, and then she goes, blue eyes.
Blue eyes. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
And then she's like... And then she said, what do we say to the god of death? I loved that. And I was like, fucking hell. I used to hate Melisandre. I was like, that is the single best thing you have ever said in this entire show.
Why didn't she set everyone's weapons on fire? Just so they could beautifully be extinguished in that dark shot?
I imagine she kind of expected the Dothraki to just mow through. I don't think she thought the Night King would have just put all of his giants at the front like he did. Because you just see the Dothraki ride in and then just get swept by a giant.
That was great.
Also, just in comparison to the charge, just to say, related to that, if they've killed Ghost off screen, I'm not going to be happy. Because he's in the Vanguard and he charges up, doesn't he? With Jorah and the Dothraki. He's right next to Jorah and Jorah makes it back.
Okay, I gave them the spoiler. I'm not going to give it you.
Why there isn't a spoiler?
There is, he's fine.
Oh.
He's in the preview for the next episode.
Oh, that's good.
So is the dragon that Jon was riding that I thought was dead.
Yeah.
Nah, he's in the preview for the next episode.
Yeah. Also,
so you've got Drogon and Rhaegal.
Yeah.
The other dragon. Yeah.
Also, I'm sure that Drogon or Rhaegal, whichever one, I can't remember which shot it is because it's such a confusing dragon battle.
It really
What,
is.
doesn't
Especially with all the cloud
Yeah.
as well that you can't see. Who's
doesn't
who.
one of them just cleanly rip off Viserion's head when it's like on its neck and it's just ripping it apart?
It's Rhaegal, Jon, because he
Yeah.
knows that I've got to take this dragon's head off.
Yeah.
So he tells him to, and that's why you see Viserion later on, and he's got half of his face missing.
No, he's already done that. He's already, because he claws at his face, and it's like the Golden Compass where he slashes his bottom jaw off.
Yeah.
And then he also grabs him by the neck, and he's like actually Rhaegal's biting down on the neck, and
Yeah,
he's
trying
dragging
to,
it about.
and doesn't.
Yeah. Oh, I thought it just
Yeah.
cleanly.
That's
ripped
why
his neck,
you can
ripped his
see
head
the
off.
fire in that scene where Jon's
Yeah.
trying to get past him, and you can see it come up through his neck, and it spitted out through his neck
I
because
thought that was a really cool.
he's been
effect.
torn apart. Yeah, he was so close to stopping that dragon, but it just didn't quite make it. Which is what made me think, oh, Rhaegal's dead.
Yeah. Considering that Jon crashed him twice in this episode.
I mean, it's a dragon. They're pretty robust. It's not
Yeah.
an iPhone.
But still. I kind of wanted Jon to get like a Dragon
was
Slayer
gonna-
moment.
I thought he was going to die. You know when he's chasing the Night King, and the Night King's just walking away,
walking
and then
away.
just turns around and goes, and Jon's like, "Oh shit, I know what he's doing. Sprint,
Yeah.
sprint,
Run quicker.
sprint."
Run quicker. Run quicker.
Yeah. The other great bit was sassy Night King when he just looks up at Daenerys after he's been on fire.
And
He's
he's just
like,
got that little smirk, and he's like,
which, does that mean the Night King was a Targaryen, or does it just mean that Dragonfire can't kill him? I think there's two things at play.
No, I don't think he was a Targaryen. I think it just means that he's just incredibly powerful ice magic, and that Dragonfire isn't as magical as we first thought it was. It's just hotter.
I think there's a lot that we still don't know about the Night King. I
Yeah.
almost want to know a little bit more.
Prequel.
Is there going to be? Yeah, but
Prequel.
I hope they wrap it up because I don't know if I'm going to watch the prequel.
I'll be watching the prequel.
I will, just so we can talk
Because the
about
thing
it
is,
here,
one of the more, that is the only reason I will be watching the prequel now is because I want to know more about the Night King and the White Walkers.
Yeah.
I think that is more interesting now that we haven't had any information about it.
Yeah. I'd love it if at the end the White Walkers were running from something even worse that was further north, and
Yeah.
that's been making its way south.
Yeah, we discussed that in our Game of Thrones predictions,
How
didn't we?
great would that be? That episode 6, I don't know, Tyrion's killed Cersei, or both of them. I reckon Jaime will kill her, though. If I'm being completely honest,
Yeah.
I did have my money on Arya, but just
They're
because
not-
she was on
yeah.
a list,
They're not going to give
she's
her
gone
the
off the
too
list
big
now.
bad.
She's not going to give no. So I reckon Jaime will do it. I reckon Tyrion will kill Daenerys. Both with
Okay.
because she's gone kind of like a dad, mad queen.
Yeah.
And because Jaime killed her dad, maybe Tyrion will kill her.
Yeah.
And then likewise, the same mirror there, Jaime killing Cersei as she's gone very mad queen. She blew up her own kid, or kid's wife, and then
Yeah.
he killed himself. That's a prediction, but we're reviewing here. I think there was
Yeah, that got off topic. Apologies for that.
yeah, a lot happened in
yeah.
this episode.
A lot happened.
My only complaint, the previous episode set off everybody in Winterfell. Their story was finished. Knighting of Brienne. You got little Tormund backstory that you didn't know you wanted, but now you need in your life. Suckled on a giant's teat. Brilliant. You had Jorah Mormont looking after his little cousin. That's the badass Lyanna Mormont, who got a great
both of their
death.
stories have ended.
Yeah, in a great way. I was expecting more deaths. We know that the big on-screen deaths were what's his name from the Night's Watch.
Ed.
We had Jorah Mormont,
Yeah.
Lyanna Mormont,
Yeah, Beric Dondarrion.
Beric Dondarrion. That's basically it.
Was it? Was that it? No, that can't be it.
Name another. Tormund's alive. Brienne's alive.
I mean, Theon,
Theon was. I called that though from the
the
start of the
Night
series.
King. Can I just say something though? And I thought this was kind of odd. Right. We've only ever seen the Night King kill 2 characters. The only human character was Theon Greyjoy.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of odd, kind of weird.
Yeah, it is
But
weird, isn't it?
although when you look at
Night
when they
King didn't kill the Three-Eyed Raven, did he? That was a different White Walker, wasn't it?
oh no, that was the oh it might have been the Night King actually. Ignore that point. I think that
Well,
was the Night King.
We're just curious about
Yeah.
who the Night King actually is.
Yeah. But just to say, one thing that I did love is that one, Theon fucking back in this episode though.
Well done, Theon Greyjoy.
Jesus, like there's that one top-down shot of the Bran in front of the tree, and there's just corpses all around. There was only about 10 Ironborn there, and Theon was lasting until the end. That man killed a lot of people.
That bit where he just realises he's run out of arrows and he just
he
starts
starts twatting them with his bow.
Hawkeye-ing him with the end
Yeah.
of his bow was magnificent.
Well
yeah.
done, him.
I did expect him to die, but I also kind of hoped that him and Sansa would hook up.
Mm.
They had that little moment in the last
Yeah.
episode. Do you see what I mean? That last episode, the very
thing
people-driven
is-
episode, tied up so many loose ends.
See,
and
I-
then they don't die.
Mm.
Jaime's
think-
alive, Brienne's alive, Tormund's alive, Pod's alive. Fucking love Pod.
I expected Pod to die in this episode. To be fair, Yeah.
Now, I don't know. I wanted more deaths.
the thing is, I think you've got to have enough people left over to have enough dramatic conclusions later on in the story,
yeah,
and to have enough deaths later on in the story because they're going to do it again. I think later on.
we've got one
So-
certain battle is going to be, well, I'm hoping, Daenerys going and taking Euron Greyjoy,
Mhm.
messing him up with
Yeah.
his fleet.
I-
But he's going to have massive fucking ballistas
He's
on
going to
those
have them
ships.
mounted on his ships.
He
and-
knows
yeah.
exactly what's coming because he's going back to the Iron Islands because he knows that that's where Yara's gone.
Yeah.
To hold them for Daenerys. So she's going to go back there, defend them against Euron Greyjoy. He's not down on King's Landing because John
Well, he
and
is in the
whoever.
preview, isn't he?
Yeah, but that's next episode. I mean, we've still got 3
yeah.
episodes to go.
Yep.
But I think the only direction that this show can go now is south.
Yeah.
Literally, because they've got to go south to get to King's Landing and fuck up Cersei.
I think it's more interesting though that the human characters are the final conflict.
Yeah.
Considering that's what the show has been about entirely, I think this episode set Game of Thrones back to how it was season 4. Before it simplified itself, it's gone back to almost its roots now.
Yeah.
Is that it's like they took on board after season 7 thinking, look, you wanted classic Game of Thrones back? Fine.
Yeah.
But we're gonna kill off most of your favourite characters in the process of getting it back to that. So
This is where my biggest issue comes. It's like we've had pretty much 8 seasons of setup that, oh my god, the White Walkers, what the hell are they? They're going to mess shit up. And then just Maisie Williams comes in and kills the big one and they're all gone.
I love that.
I loved it, but it felt a bit premature. I didn't
completely
get
disagree.
enough White Walker setup throughout.
Completely disagree because, for one reason, I do agree. I would like more White Walker setup, but I love the fact, and this goes back to my previous point, that they did the Game of Thrones. That's what they every time you think they're going to do something, they just can throw you a complete curveball, and I love the fact because everything that happened between season 6 and 7 was completely predictable.
Yeah.
This was not, and I love the fact that they've just thrown you a curveball at every turn. Like,
Which is what Game of Thrones was about.
Yeah, exactly.
Sean Bean's head getting lopped off. He was the poster boy for that. That is why people tuned in the first place 8 years ago.
Yeah.
And then they killed him.
But
They
Arya
started
Stark
systematically killing off his family from then on in.
Yeah. But none of them died in this one. None of the Starks. Unless you can't feel
Worried that Sansa was going to die in the crypt.
Yeah, I called that. I fucking called that. I was sitting with Dad when we were watching it, and I was like,
The Starks don't burn their dead.
yeah, and I was like, why would they hide in the place full of dead people?
Yeah.
And then just fucking...
I now wonder, are Tyrion and Sansa going to get back together? That was a nice little moment they had in the crypt.
I enjoyed
and their
that.
chats where she was like, you were the best of them. It's like, oh, God.
I think it hints towards more of a...
Platonic.
yeah, a platonic ruling, as you might say.
Kill everyone. Sansa on the throne, Tyrion's her hand.
Yeah.
That's sorted. Because I think Jon might die soon.
Because Jon
He doesn't want to sit on the throne.
No.
His fight is over. He just wanted to defeat the dead. He wanted to stop the Night King. Done. Now, he's only a threat to Daenerys. Daenerys might kill him. He's a threat to Daenerys' throne. She's now seen enough proof, surviving Dragonfire, being able to ride the dragons, all sorts of proof that he is a Targaryen.
Yeah.
She might kill him.
She could do. I mean, I don't want that to happen. Not for a I'm so invested in these characters way, but I think it's just stupid.
Yeah,
Like,
I think it's stupid, but I can really see it happening.
Yeah, I think because of the way they've handled her character, I think they did too good of a job of making people like her, and I think they maybe didn't intend to do as well as they did. So they're kind of trying to backpedal a bit and making her shit. No, don't like this character. Don't like them.
I'm kind of expecting a scene a little bit like this, if you will. They're all struggling. What are we going to do? We're being overrun. It's Euron Greyjoy's fleet, and he's maybe the Golden Company finally get their elephants over, which book fans really want to see.
Yeah.
And Cersei really wants. So whatever Cersei wants in the past Game of Thrones, Cersei gets.
Yeah.
So maybe Euron Greyjoy's going to go back, pick up the elephants just on their own, and then come back. I want them to say, what we're going to do, what we're going to do, what we're going to do. And then Daenerys is going to walk out, turn around and go, burn them all. And then walk out, get on the dragons, and just go and burn them all. And then we realise, oh, shit.
Yeah, and I think there's probably going to be Jon, Sansa, Jaime has to be there for that moment. I think Tyrion
has to be there because they know they'll be like, Varys, which it's kind of just underneath everything that he's still there.
Yeah.
Like they kept putting me in shot in the crypt, which I think is important that we know he's still around.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's probable. I think it's very probable that that's the direction. I mean, we've been saying that since season 7, but that's the direction it seems like it's going in.
One thing I was thinking of earlier, do you remember in the first episode, we've got...
First or first of 8?
First of 8. Okay. 1 of 8. Got Cersei's creepy little maester.
Yeah, Qyburn.
Goes to Bronn and says, here's loads of money, go kill Jaime Lannister.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to happen.
No, that won't.
He's going to go. I'm hoping that there might be a fight between them, but I doubt there will be. He's going to just go, I like this guy. I'm going to go buy my castle.
Yeah.
I'm going to use all this money that you've already given me
Yeah.
to buy a castle because I know that they're going to come down and kill you all.
Yeah. I mean, last half is empty. If you don't count the little boy that's still nailed to the wall.
Just take it off.
I mean, that just reduces the price, surely.
Yeah.
You know,
Just move in.
some people died here, so
Casterly Rock's empty at the minute, isn't it?
Highgarden's probably still empty. Yeah, there's nobody stopping him from doesn't even need to pay
Come
for
on,
it.
Bron.
Just move
You're
in.
just move in. Squatters' rights. Set yourself up a nice little sofa. Sofa bed for all your whores.
I love that in the first episode, those whores are clearly talking about Ed Sheeran's character getting burned by a dragon. That really made me laugh.
So I'm wondering what he's going to be up to because his story. He's been a really good character that has worked
Yeah,
very well alongside both Tyrion and Jaime.
yeah.
So I just wonder where that's going to go. It seems that all the past pair-ups and relationships have been quite nicely resolved so far. There's just the tension between all the Lannisters that needs to be resolved.
Yeah.
Bronn, obviously, something needs to happen to him, and Bran is the other one. That he's a creepy dude. I don't know how he moves about. He just
Still
seems to
got
be
to use his
still
arms.
but he's just in one place at one time and
Yeah.
doesn't move anything.
Unless somebody's pushing him, yeah.
Yeah, doing his little Davros impression.
Yeah.
And I just need to know what he's doing.
Think-
Why did he walk into those ravens? And then, even after the ravens had disappeared, that weird little 5-second shot, he's back and he's still walked. What was he doing?
I saw something that... And
I'm
I
confused
didn't
by this.
go too far into it, but he's walking and then you see the shot of the Night King. The Night King in that moment has no pupils when he commands the people the whites to drop onto the fire and get in.
Yeah.
That maybe he forces himself into the Night King to command the whites in because he knows that the only way that the Night King dies is by getting in.
I mean, yeah,
Because Bran set it up for the Night. Why does he give Arya the dagger? He knows the Night King's going to die there.
Yeah.
He gives him the dagger. He knows exactly where he's going to be at what time. He engineers the Night King's death.
yeah. I need more clarification about this character. There is. It's so open now. You've killed off the main big bad.
Yeah.
There's only people left.
Yeah. Well, the main
Well,
big bad
dragons.
now is Cersei Lannister,
Yeah, exactly.
which I'm quite happy about. To be fair,
Yeah.
I love that Cersei is like the villain now.
I was full on expecting them though to Jon and the rest of the Daenerys' army fighting the dead. They seem to be coming to something, and then Cersei's
move,
army
yeah.
just comes up behind them. I was
Yeah.
fully expecting that, and then I don't know what's going to happen.
It looks like you're gonna get
No clue.
Looks like you're gonna get your Clegane Bowl though,
Yes, Clegane Ball.
and that's gonna happen.
Yeah, I loved how paternal he got as well over
Yeah.
Arya.
I love that.
Barrett
moment.
was like,
Yeah.
"Tell her that." And he was like,
And he doesn't say anything. It doesn't. No hesitation. Just
turns,
fucking
sees her fall
runs.
off the roof, and then just
Yeah.
runs after her. I love him with his axe though. And just
Yeah.
like, ooh,
I think
that'll be really funny.
I think Beric
I will.
Dondarrion was such an underrated character.
Yeah, he was one of my favourites. For his voice, because it's an amazing
Yeah.
voice. I want him to read me stories before I go to bed. It's amazing.
I'm sure I've said that in the past as well. No,
Yeah, I'm also kind of glad he died. He must know something about the Hound and Arya.
Well, that's the point. He knew it. He had to keep the Hound safe because, like, as we said, he knows the Hound has to do something. I think it was before this last episode we said it. So he keeps showing up whenever the Hound could be in any kind of danger, because he needed the Hound to save Arya, so Arya can kill the Night King. And that was his purpose. It's the Lord of Light purpose. That's why Melisandre goes off into the snow and dies after her purpose is completed.
Yeah.
You know, Beric had to die. The only person whose only purpose was tied to the Night King left is Bran.
Yeah.
You know,
No idea.
no, I don't know what he's going to
No
do
idea
for the rest of
what's gonna happen.
for the rest of the series.
I also have the issue with there aren't any ramps in Winterfell. How did he get about?
The Hound.
I'm sure he'd love that. No, Clegane, just carry this cripple up the stairs.
Maybe they have like pulleys. Just stick
Just
him on
put
it.
him on a winch. It's got like a harness that wraps around him. Moves.
No, they put the chair on the, and then just
Nah.
I don't know. Just don't read too much into it.
Oh, nah, I have issues.
Yes, you do. No,
It was good. I heard reports before it was aired that it was more shocking and controversial and bloody than the Red Wedding. Didn't see that. The Red Wedding is still one of the most shocking moments of TV ever.
And I think it's more down to the fact that, one, the Red Wedding has already happened,
Yeah.
and two, they probably said that because, you know, they kill off who has been built up to be the series' main bad guy in. But if you
That was the only controversial bit, really. I mean, the Red Wedding was so good because it was still set within the narrative for that particular moment,
yeah,
and you could see why it worked so well.
Yeah.
I need to see the next one before I place this any higher. It's good. It's good. You need to be watching.
yeah, I think I'm enjoying where the room that we've got 4 hours left
Yeah.
of Game of Thrones in total, which is kind of scary.
It's really sad. I want one of those Men in Black mind erasers, I think, so I can just binge
Watch
it
the
all
whole thing
again.
again. And
Or if any of you out there are like brain surgeons that know which bit of my brain will hold on to Game of Thrones,
shoot it with a laser beam.
come, I'll send me your email address. I'll come and find you. You can erase it.
You do?
Yeah.
Looking forward, I think there's far more room for intrigue between factions.
Yeah.
Whereas when you're all against the Night King, there's no room for betrayals, really.
That was the issue with. I'm going to do your tangent and nip over to the Avengers. With Infinity War, that whole point of snapping at the end narrowed down these hundreds of characters to just a core dozen. And that's what made it so interesting. And I think now they've done the same thing.
Yeah, with
Kill
Game
off
of
the
Thrones.
main bad guy. That was the point of getting Jon and Daenerys together.
Yeah.
The whole previous season, if not before that, was getting Daenerys to go and fight the Night King. Now the Night King's dead, so what's she going to do? Probably kill Jon. Probably go and kill Cersei.
Okay, we've done talking about the future. Because this is a review, should we try and end on a bit of a review? Whose death do you reckon was the best one? For me, I think it was Jorah's. It was
I
definitely.
was going to say him, but then you know what? Lyanna Mormont was so good because I'm glad that she died because she got to see some action when the Whites came over the walls, and then this giant comes in and she's like, "Come on, man, you prick!" And she goes at him and she knows, "Oh shit, I can do this. I just need him to get close enough to his face." So he picks her up and you can hear her bones crunching, and she just goes, "Oh, you bastard!" and then just sticks it in his eye.
I did enjoy that.
It's amazing. I loved it. But the shocking one was like the straight off the bat with Ed dying.
Yeah.
And all episode I was waiting, when are all the recently dead people going to come back and fight the still alive people? I was like, that's going to happen.
Yeah.
But you reckon Jorah Mormont's?
Oh yeah, full on like Jorah.
It was, wasn't
That
it?
was his death.
Wound,
Stab.
wound.
Don't give a
Still
fuck.
getting up.
Carrying on. Stab. How many times did he get stabbed?
Oh, that's 609, I think I got to. It was
good.
remarkably impressive. Yeah.
I think he was honestly probably.
It was a
Took a bit of
worthwhile
a-
death, and
yeah.
then, Daenerys crying over his corpse, and then Drogon comes around and is like, "Oh, mum," and hugs
Yeah.
them both. Like, not like a pocket dragon kind of thing, like, but it just sort of nestles round his mum,
Yeah.
mourning the death of
But,
eternal friend zone.
The only person that Daenerys has ever physically fought
Yeah,
to protect, she picked up a dragonglass weapon and started killing fools. So
yeah.
and I loved it. I thought it was an excellent scene. I genuinely thought they could both die in that moment.
I thought they
just
were
getting
gonna.
overrun by them.
I really thought they were gonna.
And yeah,
And then someone killed the Night King, and everyone dropped dead. And I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh my god!"
again, such an underrated character. I think people. Jorah Mormont was underrated. I thought he was such a good character. He had some wobbly bits around like season 5 and 6.
I think all the best people do.
The show had a wobbly bit around season 5, so
All the best TV shows do.
yeah. Those are our favourite deaths. If we'd missed any deaths, because we very well could have done, we could just be drawing a complete blank on.
Mind you, we might not have seen some. I mean, we saw Brienne
Yeah.
get up in that little post, once all the whites dropped.
Yeah.
And Tormund was still there quite clearly.
Mm.
There could be people that haven't been revealed.
Yeah.
They didn't have an on-screen death, but they will be dead come next episode.
Yeah, I
We
can
just
see
don't know.
that. Yeah.
Because there was a lot to fit into an hour and 20 minutes.
No, I thought overall, it was just so intense.
It was.
So intense. I really enjoyed
From
it.
the opening, they didn't
Yeah.
drop you straight into the battle. You knew it was coming.
Mm.
And it took what, 20 minutes, 25 minutes? Just gearing up.
Yeah, to get into the main bulk of the fight. Yeah.
I don't even count the Dothraki and the swords going out as the main battle because you didn't see any of it. You just saw the
loved
lights
that.
going
The fact that you saw it from everyone else's perspective.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen loads of people complain that the episode was too physically dark, but
I watched it at night with the curtains closed and the light off. It was perfect.
You're fighting at night in the pitch black How
Against a
else do
guy
you-
called the Night King.
Yeah, but how else do you execute this without doing that?
Yeah.
You know, you want it to feel real, so you have to make it look like that. Plus, I think it was all worth it for that one shot where the Unsullied are getting ready and the dead just pile through the shadow onto them. Yeah. That's one of my big gripes about the entire show. Why are the Unsullied so shit at everything?
They're supposed to be amazing.
Yeah,
They're just not.
and then they're not. But Grey Worm, excellent. You see him in the chaos when John's running past
Really
and he's
thought he
not
was gonna-
saving Sam and he's not saving anybody else. And Grey Worm's there just bonk, whomp, just flipping his spear around over and martelling it everywhere and just
badass.
murdering people.
Maybe he is going to manage to take Missandei off to an island or whatever they were going to do.
Yeah,
I really thought he was ready to die though, wasn't he? As soon as it pans up to him,
Yeah,
and he just puts his helmet on.
yeah.
I was like, oh, he is ready to die. He's
And-
just accepted that he's not getting out of this.
Even past that as well, that point, and then again when Melisandre sees him, or he sees Melisandre,
Yeah.
and then he goes back out, and isn't he like the first one out?
Yeah, and
he takes
to
the
defend the
Unsullied,
retreat
yeah.
or something, and he's just like, come on.
No, and he's taking her out to set
Yeah,
fire
yeah,
to
yeah.
the trench. Yeah, that bit. Yeah. Every moment it looks like he's going, and I was like,
Just accepted that he was going
Yeah.
to die, but I'm going to do my job while I'm going.
Yeah,
I think Jorah Mormont, he accepted that
Yeah.
defending Daenerys was going to kill him, but that's what he had to do.
I think that might might be one thing that kind of tips Daenerys a little bit further into the Mad Queen territory.
Into the
She
madness.
hasn't got that sort of moral. But although he was a shady bloke a lot of times, she was
Yeah.
still almost quite a lot of the time her moral compass.
See, what I would have liked, I know we've been going on for a long time.
Yeah,
here,
sorry about
but
this.
This is what they become. You review it, you discuss it. I
Yeah.
think it's good to get it all out.
Yep.
I've said in the past, I guess in some of these videos, I don't know, but Sir Barristan Selmy shouldn't have died there.
Yeah.
I would have
We have
loved
to-
him to be him and Jorah Mormont to be defending Daenerys there
Both
against
go
the
out at the same time.
both die. She has lost every link to her past. Has gone. All she has is Drogon and a potential nephew that she's banged a couple of times. That's all she has left after that. That's all she has left now. But the emotion and drama of losing both of her right hand men, like straight away at that scene, that
Yeah.
would have been amazing. Because he's still alive in the books.
Yeah.
I'd have loved it because he was like Obi-Wan Kenobi. He was brilliant.
I always think of the first bit you see him in when he's at the docks and he kills a spider and he goes,
Yeah.
and he just lifts his hood off.
Hello there.
Oh, that really
It's
made
the
me laugh.
beard and everything. Love him. Yeah, he was my absolute favourite.
Yeah. But no, okay, I can always see where it's going now, but I also can't at the same time.
I haven't got a clue.
Yeah, I think I understand now watching it, why Grey Worm didn't die, because there needs to be people on her side when the conflict between the two northern factions kicks off.
Because it is going to kick off.
Yeah, because Tyrion's going to be the one in the middle, not knowing where he wants to be.
Yeah.
Varys, I think he's probably going to be in a similar position, or he's going to be on Team Daenerys and then switch.
Yeah. I mean...
And I think Daenerys needs at least somebody. So Grey Worm and Missandei still being there makes sense, because she doesn't have anybody else anymore.
No.
Who else is on Team Daenerys?
There's not a lot
No
of people that are with
Yara
10
is the only one
10,000.
left.
Yeah. She's got the Ironborn, but
Yeah.
she hasn't got the Dothraki anymore. They all
Nope.
died quite
The Unsullied are
spectacularly.
all dead.
The Unsullied are pretty much all gone. Her army's basically been completely wiped out.
Yeah, to one dragon, essentially. If the
Yeah,
other one,
because
if the other
Rhaegal
one,
is
yeah,
probably loyal to Jon now.
yeah. I think although he is still like her child and has been raised by her, he was one of the ones that she locked up in, in a dungeon for
True. Daenerys
a year or
Frizzle.
two.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, but yeah, I can see Rhaegal joining Jon.
Being Jon and just a dragon fight, another dragon fight.
Another dragon fight.
Daenerys v Jon on
Yeah.
Rhaegal and Drogon. Oh.
That dragon fight. Damn, when the Night King just
Happening above a floor battle and it's Clegane Ball underneath that. That'd be my dream. That'd be
It's not
amazing.
gonna happen. That's three different factions. I don't think it's gonna work like that.
Nah, it'll be fine.
I think they'll work together until Cersei's defeated. Then the
You
conflict
reckon Cersei will die next episode and then the last two were just
potentially. I think that
Jon v Daenerys?
because the thing is, this show hasn't really had villains. You kill off your classic villain, the Night King,
Yeah.
evil through and through.
Yeah.
Then you have she's evil, but we have had some development with her, but she's still definitely a villain. Kill her off. Then you have a conflict for the end where loads of people die that has no antagonist or villain.
Yeah.
Both characters are antagonists to each other's stories, and both characters are protagonists of their own.
Gotta remember this setup with her being pregnant. Even Jaime and Tyrion are both convinced. And I reckon
Yeah.
she is, because now she banged Euron Greyjoy so that he thinks it's hers
Yeah.
when she gives birth. You've got to remember, Westeros is fucking huge.
Yeah.
So that could take them all 9 months, if not longer, to
Yeah.
get from Winterfell
It could,
now.
yeah.
They've got to clean up and sort their shit out
Mm.
before they even think about heading down.
Yeah, but how long?
Cersei's
does,
not going to go up.
No. How long does friggin' Robert Baratheon say it takes them to get to Winterfell from King's Landing?
Oh, yeah.
And that's with like hardly any people. They've got all of their army who are all wounded
Yeah.
and
They've got to
dragons
fix
to
all
feed.
that. Let's say it'll take 3 months to mend broken bones
Yeah,
and
before they
heal
even
wounds
start
before
moving.
they even think about moving and get supplies up.
Yeah,
And they've got to look after themselves while they're sorting themselves
as
out.
Sansa says, you know,
And they've got to get
they've
down
got
there.
food to do it. I mean, the biggest army in the world, as she says, is now all gone.
Yeah.
So she probably doesn't have too much of an issue there.
Well, there is this problem that you forget how big these countries are because nothing happens in the middle of them.
Mm.
You have the north, you have the
Yeah.
very south, and then the islands around the outside, Casterly Rock and
Yeah.
the Iron Islands and whatever. And then Essos, which is even further
It
away.
means we finally could get a moment where, on the way down, Jon decides to go and visit Howland Reed
Yeah.
because he's the only one who can corroborate Bran and Sam's story. Like, although he thinks it's true, still having somebody who was there could help
Yeah.
out. You know, maybe they also go and Howland has men to offer them
Yeah.
to go and take. You know,
Gonna stop Cersei?
go and
we
get
just don't know.
Edmure Tully is still Lord of the Riverlands and has still got however many men the Tullys have. Get them on the way down. The Knights of the Vale are already in the north, so that you can't not really go in there. There's nobody in the Westerlands other than the Tarleys, but they're all on. They were on.
Daenerys burnt them, didn't she? She
She burnt the Tarleys, but
um,
what about the men? They joined Cersei, didn't they? So there's no men to be
I don't
gathered
know.
in the Westerlands. You're not going to be going to Dawn. The only places you can go are the Riverlands
Hmm.
and the Neck. That's it. Where Edmure and Howland are,
Yeah.
respectively.
Yeah, it's whatever happens with Cersei's kid.
Mm.
I think it's going to play an important role. You wouldn't set it up in the final episode of the previous season
Yeah.
and keep mentioning it throughout, but then not do anything
It's
about
like
it.
Jaime and Tyrion both have that conversation. I think
Yeah.
more than any, I was surprised that they kind of threw a little bit of doubt Jamie's way in that
Yeah.
conversation. He even thought that maybe she was just having him on.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Maybe it was the other way around to what I've said.
Yeah,
Maybe
I was
it
just
is
thinking-
Euron Greyjoy's baby,
Yeah.
and she's fucking with Jamie.
Yeah. And she tries to mess with him, pretending that it's his son.
Yeah.
Or daughter, whatever.
I could see that happening more than the other way.
Yeah, I think they're probably going to do it. They're probably going to set it up both ways so that you never know.
Maybe
as the
we'll never
audience.
know it.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
as the audience never know. I think she's gonna die anyway.
Yeah, I think
Potentially
she has
in the
to.
next 2 episodes.
Mm.
I can see him doing it in
It
the
would
next
be good
2.
that the main antagonists are the people that are currently the protagonists, Daenerys and Jon, going off.
Yeah, I think that could be the way it ends.
I feel like that's probable.
Realistically, for how
That
the
is
show
that
now.
is the song of ice and fire.
Exactly.
Jon is the snow, the ice. Daenerys is the fire, as has always been.
Yeah, and you get a dance of dragons
You do.
because the dance of dragons was the battle between the dragons. There you go.
Just solved Game of
Solved Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones completely. Wait.
Yeah, that was cool.
We're
Nice
done.
way to wrap that up. Thank you so
Yeah.
very much for watching. If you made it through this far, then
We might rename this video "Everything We Got Wrong with Game of Thrones" because
yeah,
this discussion, as our last one, has been proved completely wrong.
yep. I mean, did
They
that
keep
with our
throwing
Avengers
these
video.
curveballs. Yeah, you did.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you. If you did make it through this video, then you're clearly either a hardcore fan of us or of Game of Thrones.
Or both.
Either way,
You
yeah.
never know.
Either way, it's really, it's really nice that you've sat through all of this. And if you agree with us, if you agree with our thoughts on The Long Night, then please let us know in the comments below.
Yep. Feel free to
How
discuss
do you
down
think
there as
Game
well.
of Thrones is going to end? Talk to us. Talk to each other. Because,
Discuss it down below. We'll join in whenever necessary.
yep. And other than that, please make sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any more of our Game of Thrones episode reviews up till the end of the series in just under 3 weeks' time. 4 weeks' time.
Oh,
Just under
I
4
don't know.
weeks' time.
What am I going to do with my life?
Wait for the
Brooklyn
prequel.
Nine-Nine's running out.
See you next time.
We'll see you later.